Hello friends, I'm Marlon and this is MV Pittman Cross Sim Racing. Today we're going to say goodbye to two very competent, very awesome wheels, and this is kind of a mailbag section. So today I'm actually sending something away, but you may want to see it anyway. I won't show you the packaging, I won't show you the boredom of negotiating prices and deciding what it is. I just want to tell you about the two wheels that I'm sending away. So first, I guess let's talk about the SimMagic GT Neo. I am not selling this wheel. I bought it recently for $200 and included the mag link. So yeah, it's the minimum competent wheel that really any wheel should meet this standard. It has, heck, I'll just show you. It has 4 front-facing encoders with backlit buttons, rotary thumb encoders, a quick release system that's NRG, but doesn't lock you into SimMagic. So you can take this back panel off and use the mag link to run any quick release you want with USB. In fact, there's a USB-C port on the back. So if you want to use a pass-through system, you just run that wire out of here into your QR. And that's probably what I'll end up doing. I will use my trusty QRX system and try this out, and I'll probably make a video about that too. So minimum viable product right here. If you cannot meet the standard at $200 used, maybe $250 new, consider that your wheel needs to be better or even cheaper. And I can't imagine a steering wheel being cheaper than this. Maybe in a bundle. SimMagic bundles this with some their low-end products, and I think they got that price down to around $600, $500. So definitely consider this as the lowest bar that you must jump over in order to get into sim racing wheels. I set that on the ground gently because I didn't want anybody to complain again like they did in the video where I just dropped things on the floor. So let's talk about these two precision sim engineering wheels. If you are familiar with their history, they have made some really boutique custom wheels, and not the kind of thing that a consumer would normally just buy. They're handmade, they're not like mass produced. They usually go with like a professional simulator, stuff like that. So they're really nice wheels. The models that I have are several years old, so they don't have some of the things that you would basically expect in a modern wheel. And that is part of the reason they're going away, but another part is this wall just has too many wheels. In fact, I can't fit all the wheels that I want to have on this wall. So it is time for some of them to go, and these two will be part of that selective process. So first, let's talk about the GT3. This is a button box style wheel that you guys have probably seen all over the place. I know a lot of the shops on AliExpress clone it. This button box is fit to a Sparco P310 rim, and normally I think that's an Alcantara. This one is actually leather, so it's pretty nice. I am happy to keep it and just keep the rim, although it's a 50.8 millimeter pattern on there, which is really weird, but it probably matches the 50.8 millimeter on the back. Don't let me forget to take my QRX off this before I send it to Neil. He'll be he don't want it, so I won't probably be sad to have to pay to get it back. It's wired. There's no pass-through or anything like that, but it is a standard USB connection here, I'm confident. They also offer a power injector box. So you mount the power injector box, plug it into the wall or your power strip, plug the USB cable into your computer or powered hub, then you run this Lumberg connector to the wheel. It is unnecessarily complex, but I don't think that this is the wheel that actually requires that. When I got them from Neil, this was kind of a bonus. And I've seen them on eBay. You can get this wheel for like 500 bucks, but I don't think you should pay $500 for it. You should trade to your friend and give it to them with a wheel that probably is worth that much. But the Lumberg connector and power injector were the main reason that I got this wheel. It came with the one I got, but you know, like I said, it's competent. You have a couple of encoders here. You have like 3, 4 buttons on each side, and then a couple of switches that are momentary. So goes up for a moment, goes down for a moment, returns to center. So you get 2 extra inputs out of each one of these. And one thing that I remember from the review from the Sim Racing Garage, they're actually moving at an angle. So when you're driving, it's a little easier to flick your thumb at it rather than have to kind of go up and down like you would on, say, the Cube Controls wheels that had that little flick switch up there. So yeah, no clutches, but you know, you're probably not using clutches for anything unless you need them for a gas and brake. It's not like you want to do a standing start or anything like that. So yeah, it's a great wheel. I think probably besides the cable, the hardest thing about it was mounting my QR, because while it does have 50.8 millimeter spacing, it bolts in from the back here. So I actually had to get a wrench, get it started with my thumbs, and then just kind of turn it a little bit at a time. So that's going to be kind of a pain to take off. But, you know, time for this wheel to move on. So I'm also going to set this one down gently, and then we'll take a look at the other wheel. This is the Performance Engineering GPX, and I really like this wheel. It's a formula style wheel, so it is 290 millimeters. The P310 is 310 millimeters, so nice big wheel. This one is a little smaller, more suitable for formula wheels. If you've seen some GPXs in the wild, they have a screen, of course, because you know you don't need a screen for formula, you're looking at a screen, but you have a display here, 4.3 inches, and it gives you all the things you would get with a regular Vocore screen. So if you're on SimHub, this is absolutely going to be everything you need. You've got telemetry lights on the side and RPM lights at the top. It stays, you know, in my rotation of wheels that I use, even though I don't really drive a lot of formula. Sometimes it's nice just to have a cool looking wheel. If you drive in VR, it's really nice because it's not backlit buttons, and the GT3 wasn't either. But if you like encoders, then you'd only have these 3 on the front, and gee whiz, I forgot to mention how good these feel as opposed to maybe the Simagic one. These encoders feel really good. These also feel good, but there's freaking 6 of them. If you like functionality, like, you know, for a formula car, you need a bunch of buttons because there's a lot of stuff to manage. So that is something that is really important. It's less important that they be backlit, but one of the things that has become important in the, I guess we'll call it the modern context of sim racing and selling wheels, you got to have a funky switch. And, you know, you can argue that real sim racers don't, I'm sorry, I said real sim racers, real racers, because sim racers are definitely real. Real cars don't have funky switches. It's not a thing. What they help us to do is manage the things that you can't manage in a real car because you have like a team of people helping you out. So funky switches would have been really nice here. The backlit buttons, it's not necessary, but you know, you can put stickers on there if you want. I never changed them because I never really look at them. You know, you're looking at the screen when you're driving, so just remember where the button is. If you have to look at the wheel to find out what button it is, then you already messed up. Yeah, same kind of thing on the back, except you got super nice shifters. They're nice shifters on the GT3 as well. Clutch paddles on this one, and they've got a nice pull, a little bit of tension. Yeah, I mean, you maintain a wheel, it'll last forever. Cable, same issue. Lumberg into a power injector. I imagine if you replace this cable with a pass-through, it would work, but I didn't do that. I just plugged that plugged up the power injector. It comes with a mounting mechanism, so if you have a profile rig, you can do that. Yeah, this is a really great wheel. This knob on the back is for adjusting the clutch. So if you need to adjust the bite point, you just turn that. So it's nice to have that manually on the wheel. Otherwise, you have to do some sort of key sequence or something on most modern wheels to either assign that to a button or something, some sort of analog thing to do your bite point. So yeah, this is, I'm not sad to see it go. I'm happy for it to go to someone who is at least going to appreciate it. But you know, gotta make room, man. The arsenal is too big. Kind of like shooting all your missiles away and then, you know, wondering why you're gonna lose the war. I am not trying to lose the war. So yeah, this has been the mailbag, the mail sack, as we call it. I am gonna wrap these up. I'm gonna send them to my friend, and then we'll make another video another time. So until then, I'll see you in the next one. I'm Marlon, and this has been MV Pittman Cross Sim Racing.